Welcome to the first edition of the Fallout Feed Roundtable.
Yay!
This is the first season and episode. Let's call it episode 0, since it's not really an episode yet. But
this is the pre-sequel.
The good call, the pre-sequel. So, what we're going to do today on the Fallout Feed Roundtable is figure out what the Fallout Feed Roundtable is. So, any of you who have listened to the Skyrim Addict Podcast Roundtable know that we basically just roll some stats and play different characters. What we usually say is we are the show who compares and contrasts Fallout experiences, in this case, through a lively roundtable discussion by playing through the same quests with characters who have been randomly assigned drastically different attributes. And so basically the idea is we all come together to play the exact same quests, but our characters have been assigned totally by random all the different attributes and the special stats and your perks and your faction. We'll get into that. But everything is randomly assigned, so that guarantees that people will have varying views and have to have different strategies about how to get through these quests. So the idea is we just come together, have a lot of different ideas and angles and playthroughs, and we all get together and discuss how we achieved the goals of succeeding through the assigned quests. And that's basically the whole outline of the show. And we've had some pretty good success, I think, over on the Skyrim Roundtable. We encourage lots of people to also do play-alongs. If you're interested in doing a play-along with us, we encourage that. And, you know, we sometimes recruit new people who do lots of play-alongs with us to come on and be on the show with us. So we just like to encourage a nice, open, and very active community. And in the Facebook group, we're always posting all sorts of stuff every day. There's lots of chatter about both Skyrim and Fallout. So everyone out there in podcast land, go ahead and sign up for our Facebook group. And if you are interested in doing a play-along for the first season of a Fallout Feed Roundtable, please contact us at falloutroundtable@gmail.com. Again, that is falloutroundtable@gmail.com. So we will go ahead and do some introductions. Again, gentlemen, I will remind you that this could be the first time any of these people have known you. I guess everyone's been on the Fallout feed before, but in this scenario, in our roundtable discussion, we like to get a little more in depth and with our discussion, so we like people to get to know our participants, and so we'll just go ahead and do a little bit of an introduction of each person. And I know Colin just loves to bubble over about himself, so we'll go ahead and start with Colin. Hello, Colin. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Well, yeah, I'm doing well. My name's Colin. I'm calling in from Essex in England. I'm not really what you would class as a gamer. I play lots of games, but, well, I do a lot of playing, but I play very few games, and I've got very little history in games. I've played some Mortal Kombat, but mainly it's just Skyrim and the Fallout series. There's not really that much else I play. That's really...
That's interesting. I don't think I actually knew that, Colin, that you didn't play that many games. I also don't play many games. But that's awesome. I didn't know that. What's your relationship with Mortal Kombat?
It was the third game I got for my Sega Master System 2. And ever since then, every time a Mortal Kombat comes out, I have to play it.
Did that have a different name in the United States? The system? Was it called the Sega Master System 2 in the United States? I don't recall that system.
Never heard of it.
Wow. What year did that come out? Do you recall?
I must have been 12, I think. So '92. That would have been.
Yeah. That sounds about the same time I would have had a Genesis.
Yeah.
Huh. Do you have Genesis over in the UK?
No, it went Sega Master System, then Sega Mega Drive, and then
I
it
think
went
they
to Sega
called
Mega.
our systems different stuff. That's weird.
No surprise there.
We had like the Dreamcast or something too, right? And there was
was
just something
Sony.
called Sega CD as well, right?
Was it Sony Dreamcast? Yeah, Sony Dreamcast.
Was it Sony Dreamcast? I thought it was
No,
a
it was
Sega
Sega.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, it was Sega's.
Yeah.
Oh, Sega Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Yeah, I had a Dreamcast, but that came out 2000, didn't it?
I have no idea. I never.
I think it was
got
late
that.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I think
right-
someone had one when I was in college, so yeah, that would have put it at late 90s sometime.
Yeah. I'm just looking up Sega Master System here. It doesn't say anything. I don't remember. We had a Sega. My kids had a Sega Genesis, and we had whatever the one before that was. No, we had Genesis and then a Dreamcast. That's right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to say the Genesis came out in 1987.
Whenever the Super Nintendo came out, probably.
Yeah,
it was
'cause,
the Sega version of that. We worked off
was-
8-bit cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14 at the time, and the manager at the place that I worked stood in line to get it and was really excited that he had gotten one.
Get over at the KB Toys or something, right?
I don't even know. I wasn't much of a gamer at that time.
God, is that a thing anymore? Does KB Toys still exist? Oh, I'm so old. God. All right, Colin, it's great to have you aboard the Fallout Feed Roundtable. Colin was also a participant in the Skyrim Roundtable. And we will go next to Victor. Hello, Victor. How are you doing this evening, sir?
Hey, I'm doing fine. Yes, I'm Victor. I'm formerly of Massachusetts, now coming to you from the beautiful Hudson Highlands in New York State. I guess I'm a gamer. I started gaming when the Atari 2600 came out, and I think I was like 21 years old when this 2600 came out in 77 or 78. So,
How long had arcades existed before the home or Atari stuff?
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And
I had
for a long time, of course, there was the sort of the battle of the arcades were the most powerful systems, and so everybody went to the arcades. And then I couldn't tell you exactly when the convergence happened. What the first system was that was as powerful as an arcade system and kind of killed the arcades, but it really didn't happen until the late 80s, early 90s, I guess.
Yeah. I miss a good arcade. Indianapolis is actually, I think someone is doing a GoFundMe to start a sort of like retro barcade type thing. I know they have barcade in Philly. That always sounded really awesome.
Yeah, that's fairly popular these days. There's a couple of them back where I used to live.
I know there's one in Oregon somewhere, part of Portland, I would assume.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think we have Dave and Buster's for.
Yeah, we've got one of
That's
those.
a little
but it's
different, though. Yeah.
Not quite the same, yeah.
Okay. Because we used to have a place called Nickel City, where it was a nickel to play the games.
Oh, nice.
That worked out well for them.
I think it did all right. They were crowded all the time.
Was it also a nickel for beer?
No, probably not.
Oh, God.
That would have been great.
No, probably wouldn't have been great.
The opposite of great.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So Victor has recently moved out of the Commonwealth, but it is nice to
Yes.
have someone who is very familiar with the area
Well,
to be
yes
on the
and
show.
no. I mean, not nearly as familiar as Ryan. I lived in Western Mass, which is the civilized end of the state, and about 90 miles from Boston. So well,
Yeah,
I'm
you
fairly
can at
familiar
least
with Boston. But
you can at least tell me when I'm butchering pronunciations of your
that's right.
super overly specific, totally posh ways you have to pronounce things in the Boston.
Yeah.
Excuse
right.
me, all you New Englanders out there. I,
Do we, do we
we're
have
also
to
joined
say,
by
Hella and Wicked?
Hella. It's there's I don't know. Isn't there a car crusher or something? There's the wicked something.
There's Wicked Fuel. There's a
Auto
Wicked
body
Fuel,
shop or something.
Yeah, the Wicked Fuel Company. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just heard from Juan. Hello, Juan. Tell us a
Hello.
little bit about yourself, sir.
I'm from Southern California, just enjoying our weather over here. I kind of been a gamer off and on, so I guess I'd consider myself a gamer. I started with the rival system to the 2600, which was the ColecoVision.
I had one of those too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
played a lot of games on that. And then after that, I just kind of stopped doing a lot of games, and we spent a lot of time outside, and then started doing some computer gaming. Did some Myst and Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, and some of those games, and Diablo. I think the first Diablo. And then just stopped gaming for quite a while till I started dating my wife now. And her younger brother had the Nintendo DS, and he was playing Legend of Zelda, which I had played on the Nintendo. And he's like, "Oh, can you help me with this?" And then ever since then I picked up an Xbox 360, the Xbox One. I have my gaming PC, and yeah.
Nice. And did you say you're you said you're in San Diego general area?
Yep.
And it's nice to have Juan. Juan was also a he I don't know, you weren't on the first season of the Skyrim Roundtable, right? You
No,
joined
I was
quickly.
not.
You joined quickly after that, though, I think, right?
Yeah, you had a strong army.
Yeah, Juan was really nervous about hopping on the show for some reason early on, but we convinced him. So, and we're glad he's a very valuable, very active, valuable commodity in the community. So, thank you for being here and welcome, Juan.
Thank you, and yeah, this is always great. It's always a good time.
And we have a new Roundtable participant for Fallout, specifically, who was not on the Skyrim Roundtable. Everyone say hello to Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy. How are you?
Good. How's everyone doing tonight?
We're great. And this is you and I have not interacted a lot, Jeremy. So please go ahead and fill us in a little bit about your background, where you're from, maybe it's a little bit of your gaming history, if you want to, your profession and stuff like that. If not, you can be secretive. But just tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
I live in southeast Wisconsin, about 45 minutes north of Milwaukee. Lived here my whole life in Wisconsin.
And how far are you from Manitowoc County?
Far enough, I'm not going to get accused of anything. We have a guy at work that lives in Manitowoc, and
oh no,
we're always happy when he comes in.
He's probably dead tired of it.
Yeah. I get to work with him on Thursday, so I'll give him some business about that.
Right on.
I'm trying to think when we got our first. I think we started with the Atari. I don't think wasn't there one after the 2600?
There was the 56, and there was a 7200 too.
Yeah,
eventually.
Okay.
That's the one
That's what I was thinking.
we got. That one. It was I think it was a combo system that you could buy, where it played both. Started with that.
Yeah, I remember.
And those, so I've been playing ever since, I think that was 10 or 12. So, 20, 30 years ago. Been playing ever since, and just, I have ADD with games. I don't play them very long. Usually play them and get rid of them, get something else. And I was out sick from work when Fallout 4 came out, and ever since that was, obviously I got it on release day. Haven't looked back. Picked up an Xbox 360 so I could play Fallout 3 in New Vegas. I've got Skyrim for that, which I've just started to play a little bit of. So it's.
Wow.
You've never played Skyrim before, then?
I played a little bit with my ADD, so I'd play a little bit, and then I think I get stuck somewhere, and I'll play something else for a while.
That's interesting. You have just joined a good group of fellas to know if you need Skyrim information. So.
All of these games are such a slippery slope that it's hard to find the time.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I want to get into Skyrim, but it's like I could play Fallout. I could play Fallout 3. I haven't even touched New Vegas yet.
Yeah, I haven't put Fallout. I got the pre-order Fallout 4 with the 1 terabyte Xbox, and it came with the Fallout 3. I haven't even touched it yet. I've still sucked into Fallout 4. I haven't even finished the main quest yet, but we'll get into that later. Sorry I interrupted. Keep going.
Yeah, I can't really give away I can say what I do. I can't say who I work for. I work on fire alarm systems. I program fire alarm systems.
Oh, nice.
Large fire alarm systems. That's about all I can really say.
Cool.
My company has better lawyers than I do, so.
Well, we'll ask you all about the fire alarm systems in all these buildings and Fallout and how incredibly ineffective they were.
And how up to code they are.
Yeah. So welcome, Jeremy. Well, it'll be good to get to know you over this next season. Hopefully your ADD doesn't kick in, and we can keep you around for the whole season. We do an episode about Skyrim. We would do about every 3 weeks, I think, on average. Sometimes more frequently, sometimes less, depending on when people are in or out of town or whatever. But
I've just started listening to Skyrim Addict podcast, and I think I just got to the first roundtable, so this is
nice.
new to me.
Well, we'll try to keep that in mind and not just assume that you know everything, and try to keep you up to date and informed about how we do everything. And speaking of which, we need to figure this out, guys.
Totally.
If you care about it, my name is Andrew. I live in Indiana. My first gaming system was the Sega Genesis because I was so jealous of all my friends for all those years who always had the 8-bit Nintendo, and my cousins had the Atari and all that. And I don't remember exactly which Atari system was. Which one had like Montezuma's Revenge and E.T. and Pitfall and Pitfall 2?
I think that was the 2600.
Yeah,
okay.
Pitfall was an original 2600 game, but I think it was also came on our other. I think I played Pitfall on my Mattel Intellivision system. So.
I remember Intellivision. That shit was awesome.
Yeah, or the Oregon Trail on the Apple IIe.
Yeah.
That was the first gaming system I took on the road with me. I was working in, I forget where I was, but
actually I totally just lied to you guys that I had the Genesis. My dad from I think the late 70s had a system that I would play called the Odyssey 2000. Anyone remember the Odyssey?
Oh.
It was a Magnavox product, the Magnavox Odyssey.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I knew that. I guess I knew they made a game, so I never played with it though.
It was pretty fun. There was a couple of really fun games that we would play on that, but
that's cool.
Yeah, but until then, I just would have to go over to my friend's house to play Nintendo and stuff until I got a Genesis when I was, about 3 years probably after that released. Is when it dropped down to under $100 for a Christmas present deal at one point. So that had to be at least a couple years after release, but. It's a couple of my favorite games. Wind Waker, the Zelda Wind Waker has always been one of my favorites, and I like a lot of those Zelda games. When they stopped being two-dimensional and he stood upright and started running around, I like those Zelda games. Before I ever played Skyrim, I would have told you that Red Dead Redemption was my favorite video game.
Awesome game.
and then Skyrim, and now Fallout is up there with it. I tried to play a little bit of the other earlier Fallout games leading up to Fallout because I hadn't played those before, but they didn't really grab me as much. But as soon as I popped Fallout 4 in, I was sucked in. I think it's incredible. I'm having a really good time. So yeah, let's figure out this show, guys. What do we need to do? How are we getting into this?
Well, plan in mind of what you want to do, and then before we start going back and forth, what's your vision of it, Andrew? You're the creator of this.
Well, I didn't want it to be sort of like a what I say goes, but well, at least in Skyrim, how we did it was we assigned all of these different anything that you could basically assign. That could be that you could assign yourself. We try to pick those best. I'm explaining this horribly, but pick those and make those categories that could be variables, and then we would draw those variables randomly. Like, for example, we would do gender, so you could be male or female. Then in Skyrim we would do race, so you could be any of the 7 or 8 or how many ever races. There's more than that, but how many ever races there were. And then we would choose like your warrior skill, then your thief skill, and your mage skill. So we would just choose all these different categories. So we have to pick those, determine what those categories are for Fallout. What are the equivalent categories that could be randomly assigned? And do you just want me to run down the list of what I have here so far?
Sure.
So I would start with gender, male or female, and then I would go on to 2, would be your special stats. We would assign how many stars or points you put into each of your special stats. And then perks. I would have us assign 7 random perks by drawing a letter and number out of the hat, and that would get you each perk that you would have to aim for.
Letter as in, a letter for each row and a number for each column or something? Or is that how would you pick the...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like if it just said special across the top and was labeled 1 through 10, top to bottom. And then I would draw, like, a letter, and so an I would pop up, and then I'd draw a number 6. So we'd go to I6, and that would be you have to get that perk. And then those 7 perks is something you wouldn't have to get by the end of episode 1, but eventually throughout the playthrough, throughout the 6-episode season, or however many episodes, we haven't even determined that. With Skyrim, it just worked out really nicely that we would do 6 episodes, and that would seem to cap each story arc that we did. So 6 just happened to work for us, but we'll have to look at the number of quests here and like the amount of time it takes to do each quest, take that into consideration before we see how many episodes in here. So we'll probably be in about the 6 to 8 episodes in order to do the main quest line. If that's what we want to do, we also need to discuss that, what quests we would like to play. But anyway, I get back to after perks, I would then assign a follower. There's like how many are there? 7 or 8 different followers that you can get. And then I would assign a settlement that you would have to call home. That would be the place where you would want to set up camp, or where you would want to dump all your stuff, where you and your follower to go back to sleep at night. And any quest associated with that settlement. Let's see. Also, I would assign your love interest. And also, but this could be getting sticky with all the total way that the story fractures after Act 2. I would also assign a faction, maybe, if we could figure that out.
Yeah,
those would be the 7 that I could do.
Yeah, factions are a little more problematic in this than they were in Skyrim.
Exactly, because the factions almost had nothing to do with the main quest in Skyrim. So if you just want me to run it down real quick: gender, special, perks, followers, settlement, love interest, and faction. Those are the 7 that I have.
Did you count up like how many settlements there are that you can assign, and how many companions / love interests there are?
There are 30 settlements.
Some of those are difficult to get to early on too. So,
extremely. So you might have to have a plan B in the meantime. What else did you ask? Followers. There are 13 followers, of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have associated quests that will earn you an extra perk.
Okay.
What else did you ask? Romance. There are 7 candidates for romance.
That's it. Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm going to ask the new guy question here.
Yes, please do. See, this is good to have a new person here because I'm already being bad at assuming that everyone knows what's happening here. Yeah, please ask away.
We're all playing a different build and character, correct?
Exactly. Yes,
Okay.
that is the main idea. By assigning the random special stats is pretty much going to dictate how you will want to play your character. You don't want to fight your special. You want to see if you can work within that character build to flesh out that character best possible.
And do you do anything with the... I'm a console player, so do we do anything with the mods, or is that just up to the player with the mods?
That's optional.
Okay.
It's totally optional. Victor would do some light modding. I don't think he ever did a ton of stuff. And Colin would do mods too, actually.
Are you joking?
Yes, of course. Victor buries himself in mods 13 miles deep. And Colin broke his last Skyrim by trying to build a mushroom tower. So these guys like to mod the hell out of the game. But it's fun to hear the different perspectives. So we welcome their modding as well. What else? What other questions do you have so far, Jeremy?
Not so right now. I mean, I kind of came up with some, I don't want to say ideas, but things that could maybe add to some of the fun. If you want me to,
yeah, go ahead.
View those out.
What do you have?
Can we do something like a show-to-show collectathon, basically? See who can collect the most plungers or folders or
ooh, that's fun.
Hairbrushes or something.
Yeah, we could have a special item each episode if you would like. That is actually a pretty good idea. That's funny.
Or maybe to add on that, maybe like the strangest place you found that certain item.
Best teddy bear picture.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yep.
or skeleton formation. How sometimes I was listening to, and deep thanks and huge big plugs out to the Fallout OTR podcast, Fallout Off the Record podcast. But I was listening to Shalene and Rick the other day, and they were just talking about how sweet it is. Some of the brief narrative stories you can get by just looking at the way these skeletons are laying. Yep. And you get really nice little stories about each room that you find these dead people in. It's like how each of these people met their end, and I don't know. I just thought that was really sort of cool and touching. But yeah, we could do stuff with like coolest skeletons, coolest teddy bears, whatever else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or discuss interesting computer entry, journal entry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some of those are good. Like
and none of that kind of stuff will get affected by the mods. To you guys, that mod, is that gonna? You do a mod that cleans up some of that stuff that you might not find then?
No, I mean with the Roundtable, I usually I never use mods that give unfair advantage.
Okay.
Anyway. Usually I use mods that
make it harder. You do it harder on yourself.
So does Colin. So I mean, if anything, but there's nothing like that out there for Fallout 4 yet. Anyway, most of the mods for Fallout 4 now are either textures or a few weapons, and lots and lots and lots of mods for settlement building and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And then there's cosmetic mods like True Storms and things like that. So, and there won't really be anything like that in the mod world for Fallout 4 until the creation kit comes out, which is sometime later this year, and people really start winding up the big mods. So,
do we have anything more exact other than just sometime later this year?
No, I don't think so. Bethesda is I think Bethesda is more closed-mouthed than Apple, for God's sake. They're just a really, really.
But they make you put your fucking birth data in just to go onto their website. They're an intense, crazy company.
Yeah.
And will that be simultaneous when the consoles also get modding, or will that be at a later time? Have you heard?
God knows. I don't know. And I have no idea how the modding's going to work for the consoles. So
yeah, I'm interested to see how that's going to work. It's got to just be the basic, like, graphics overhaul, textures and graphic stuff. It can't be anything too deep, I doubt.
Probably not. At least not unless it's vetted by whoever, whether it has to be Bethesda or what. That it's vetted and tested. So it's not going to, or Microsoft or Sony, depending on they want to break their system because they don't want to sit there and have to deal with customer support for mods.
Is Sony doing the mods as well?
I don't know. I think maybe you're right. It's just Microsoft has said they are. So, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued as to how this is going to work on the console. But let's go ahead and get into these things here. So were there any big problems with any of the things, male or female? We can assign that. Oh, everyone okay with that? Correct?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes.
Okay. And we had different ideas as to how special stats were going to be assigned. Juan, I recall having different ideas other than what I had suggested. I think maybe Colin also had suggested, but we need to talk about this a little bit. Juan, what was your ideas with how we should assign the special categories?
I don't recall. I had quite a few ideas. I know I was thinking maybe pick one from each special category that we have to try to achieve. But I've kind of been also thinking is like, let's say you have one where it's non-automatic weapons, and then you have a perk that says, this helps you with automatic weapons, and those two kind of don't go together. So maybe we could re-roll some there like that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we don't have to be sticklers about anything. If people have huge problems with anything they've rolled, it's like we always said with Skyrim. We want people to have fun.
That's the main thing, yeah.
But at the same time, I do have to bring up Colin would get assigned no stamina and two-handed, and that is a fucked up combination to have to play in Skyrim. So he would have to figure out ways. I don't know, what would you do, Colin? Would you take extra stamina potions, or did you get good at alchemy? I don't even remember how you dealt with that, but. You see what I'm saying, Juan? Like, even if you do get stuck with something like that, it makes you be creative in the game.
Well, I had no stamina in 2 seasons, but
I had no health.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victor had the no health season. That's tragic.
I think the biggest difference, though, is in Skyrim you can actually enchant armor to help with that. You can actually enchant armor with more stamina or more health to help you out, as opposed to...
And rings.
Yeah, and you can wear amulets and rings and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's...
Good call. Yeah, that's true. That does help around that. You could have stamina regeneration on your enchantments. That is something to consider. So,
I mean, there's some of that in Fallout 4 with things that boost certain special stat values and things, and the bobbleheads and magazine perks and things. But I'm not sure if it helps balance it quite as much as it did in Skyrim.
Right.
So, how would you go about assigning the special stats then, Juan? If you wanted to randomly assign them, how would you literally right now? If I were like, assign me my special stats, how are you going to do that?
Well, I think one suggestion I had is I have 7 D10s that are different colors.
And what is it? What is a D10 for those of us out there who don't know?
10-sided die.
A 10-sided die. Juan, why do you have 7 different colored 10-sided die?
Because I used to play Dungeons and Dragons and this game called Marvel, where you created your own Marvel superhero, and it just basically
Nice.
used percentages
That sounds fun.
for success.
That sounds really fun.
Most of the role-playing games are actually really fun if you have a good DM, for lack of a better word.
Dungeon Master, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I never had any friends who played that sort of stuff, like Magic or Dungeons and Dragons or any of that sort of stuff when I was growing up. I would have loved to have played that sort of thing. That's awesome. Well, that's awesome that you. Okay, so you have 7 different dice. So we would assign a color to each letter, and then you would roll each one, and that's how we would get what level of or what number we would have in that letter, adding up to, what do we need to get to? We start with 1 in each category. I always forget that. So you total 28, but it's really you're only rolling 21, right? So we want to total 21.
Yeah.
With those dice. Is everyone okay with assigning special stats like this? Is anyone? Colin, do you have any ideas or complaints about this so far?
No, I'm
fine. The toughest one.
Yeah, the special stats I don't mind how they're assigned.
Okay.
The perks is I think what people are getting tripped up on.
Okay, so that is actually our next category. If everyone is okay with doing special stats 1 through 10, or just 1 through 7, because there was that mention also that we would only assign, that you could only be up to 7. We couldn't assign 10 in any one category. Do you want to go to 10? Because I'm ready to go to 10, fellas.
10's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Let's go to 10 on that then. And oh man, if someone rolls 10, that's crazy because you only get 21.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we're cool with that. So Colin, let's get into the perks.
What about the perks? Sorry.
What about them? You said people were getting tripped up a little bit about the perks. So explain to us how these perks should work. How are we going to assign them?
No, the way they were getting tripped up was that people were saying, was it assign whether you're going to be a melee character or a pistols character or.
Oh yes. That was a conversation we were having in the Facebook group together.
Yeah. But the way we solved it was some genius somewhere came up with the idea of randomly assigned perks, so it's not going to be just getting assigned what weapon you're going to use and what armor you're going to use. You just get assigned 5 or 7 random perks, and you've got to incorporate them into your playstyle. So when you start off the game, you can put sort of like your perks into gun nut and into agility or into science wherever you want. But through the course of your games, you've also got to incorporate Life Giver, which is probably the easiest and basic one because you don't have to do anything with it. You just put stuff into it and you get extra health.
Yeah. No, I mean,
if somebody chooses Scrapper, again, if you get given that, you don't do anything with it. You just get that and it's incorporated into your playstyle as a passive, basically.
Yeah.
But if you get Science or if you get Rifleman, Gun Nut, Blacksmith, you get assigned those ones, then sort of like, you're going to sort of like, sort of like attune your character to be able to incorporate that into how to play.
Okay.
Like if you get the last one, the 10 ones, the ones at level 10, they're very specific. Like on strength is basically, was it the Pain Train, which I love the sound of. And all aboard the Pain Train while wearing power armor, sprinting into enemies hurts and staggers them. Robots and oversized enemies are immune to the stagger, and that's got 3 levels in that. So then obviously you're going to be looking to get power armor. You want to have a lot of strength. So like you're going to have to put perks into strength to get it up to level 10 to be able to get that perk. But that's going to come later on until you've had a good playstyle. You get to level like 25 or 30 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, my reservation wasn't about preloading a character as a melee or a gunslinger or whatever. My reservation was that if you're randomly assigning special values and then randomly assigning perks, you could potentially have 10 strength and 10 endurance or whatever, and 1 luck, but then get randomly assigned, the level 10 luck perk. So that means that you have to, and I use this word, deliberately, waste a whole bunch of levels just to get yourself up to level 10 of luck.
That's basically grinding at that point.
Right.
Then. I see.
And so you're going to end up at level 30 having had to use up 10 of those just to get up to that perk. So that's my only reservation. I mean, if that's fine if we want to do it that way, or if somebody can explain to me how that works into a balanced game, then fine. I'm good with it. But it just seemed like that might be an issue. So that was my reservation.
Do we want to go ahead and roll as is, and then if that does come up, we have the option to re-roll?
Or since one only has 7 dice, maybe we only go up to level 7 of the perks. But again, then that leaves out a whole 3 rows of perks that'd be fun to play with.
Well, I have 7 dice that are 10-sided, so each color is one of the.
So he can go up to 10. Yeah.
No, that's for the. Yeah, I know what you mean, but that's for the special columns. But you could sort of limit it to whatever. Anyway, that's all I wanted to bring up.
Okay, that's a totally valid point.
Yeah, I think the idea of maybe having someone that is, let's say, somebody that's doing all automatic weapons, somebody doing melee, someone doing non-automatic weapons, and then just kind of talking about the different perks that you took in order to help you with that playstyle. It sounds kind of interesting as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think whatever role we get in terms of all the special values is going to inform whatever we choose to concentrate on in terms of the build, right? Regardless of what random perk assignments we get. So, I mean, Colin, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I was just about to say, Colin, what's your opinion here?
Well, we could limit it down to the random ones you've got assigned to 3 instead of 7. You can do it any sort of number that you want, just randomly assigned perks that you got to sort of get into, and if you want to, you can leave them in the top 3 levels, so the ones or the top 4 levels, so they're easily to get to start off with your playstyle. And
or we could do them so that they're at the bottom of the poster.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole problem, right? If you
because you'd have to put, like, let's say you get randomly assigned. He's saying, if let's say we're doing luck, and one of the perks that you get randomly assigned is I've got the name.
Let me open my chart here. Hang on, I have it.
Is Ricochet. So that's the number 10. Yeah. To be able to get that, if you've got assigned 1 perk in luck, like you got none of it, then for the really first sucks. 10 levels, you've got to put 10 levels into luck.
So do you want to just assign 3 perks then at lower levels, or 7 perks still at lower levels, or fewer perks at higher levels? You see my question?
Or would it be too much of a pain in the ass to sort of curate this? Would assign random perks based on the values that we get assigned for the special? In other words, if you get assigned 10 in endurance, then you get assigned whatever random perk in the endurance column because it's all 10 of them. But if you only have 3 in intelligence, then only the first 3 intelligence perks are.
Yeah,
is that too
No, that's a good idea. Your perk cannot exceed the value which you were initially assigned.
Yeah, there we go. Solved. Well done,
there
Victor.
You go. Good job, Victor.
So what if we make it +or-2, so that you still, if you let's say. Okay. Let's say you get 3 in intelligence, and then you have.
Because two's
how about +or-1 maybe? Yeah. Okay, 2's fine, but 1 allows you to cover it with the special book at the beginning of the.
That was my next question. Also, was are we going to include the special perk that you get? Also.
No, I think that needs to be the player choice.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you? guys? I mean, you got to have
God,
some
it's-
kind of
it's-
agency here.
It's been so long since I've done that. I don't even remember. What does this book do again? It just lets you pick one extra
Yeah.
perk? Okay.
And I think it's actually only the first. Is it all 7 or the first 5?
No, it's all 7.
All 7? Okay.
Yeah. You can pick one in any column.
Okay. And then you get one more perk point when you find the bobbleheads too, right?
Right. Yep. There's 7 special value bobbleheads, and there's I don't know how many bobbleheads are there total. There's
20.
20.
Yeah.
I have them. Oh shoot! I thought I had them written down.
Oh, that's yeah. Did you? Was there some thought of assigning a bobblehead,
Yes,
a non-special bobblehead for everybody?
Well, after we get the random assignments figured out, then we're going to work on the schedule, see what we want to. Because I have a bunch of, quests and all and filler sort of like bobbleheads and that sort of stuff written down here. So after we get this character assignments figured out, then we'll move on to figuring out what we want to do with the schedule for the show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, plus or minus 2 is cool. I think that's
Okay, so when we're assigning your perk, it cannot exceed plus or minus 2 of your
Special value.
It can't exceed plus 2 because if it was
Plus 2,
minus
yeah.
2, who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so perks. We got that figured out. Cool. Follower. That's easy peasy, right? Just draw the name out of a hat. Settlement, I've got 30 of them written down here, and I can quickly cut them up and toss them into a hat. Should I do that as well, like we did for Skyrim, just random?
So this is what's the point behind the settlement then? Just so I know, because for instance, like Bunker Hill, you can't get Bunker Hill until I think you've played through the main quest, right? Is that correct? Because it doesn't become available until after the Battle of Bunker Hill.
Yeah, but
remember some people got
Skyrim.
Skyrim. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that.
I got
What was that again, Con? I'm sorry, what?
You got Herjum when we were
right.
doing the or Heryum, whatever it was, when I was doing the Civil War. So I couldn't have gotten Heryum until the end of the Civil War, which is the last episode. So it doesn't make that much of a difference.
That sucks. You got shafted all the time in the Skyrim Roundtable. That's hilarious.
But yeah, that's why I asked. Is it supposed to be our main settlement, or is it just one that we need to get at some point?
I was thinking it's the one where you want to put your big build. If you want to build, that's where you want to do it.
What if we make it the one that you try to maximize the happiness in?
There you go. Try to get to the happiness to 100 at that settlement, if it's possible. I haven't seen anyone do that yet.
As high as you can.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you have like what's that?
Screw all the other
alley?
settlements. You want that one to be happy. How about that?
Okay. I like it. Makes sense.
Jeremy, while you're speaking,
Yes, sir.
Any questions, any ideas, anything going through your head? What have anything popped up that you've been like, whoa, hang on?
No,
I think he's thinking that we're all a bunch of assholes for making a podcast.
I just barely got into this game, and you're making it so difficult.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Calculator.
no. I'm very excited to be, because I always just play through straight up, just however I have to play to get through it. So to be given parameters, I'm really excited. It's because I've never done anything like that. So to be told this is how I have to play I can't wait.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome aboard, and again, chime in if you have any questions about anything. So yeah, I've got all the settlements written down. Again, ideas. Settlement, just to make it the highest happiness.
Mm-hmm.
That okay?
Yeah, I think so, because it's again, we don't want to make it so that
you can live wherever you want.
Well, we don't want to make it something that has to be connected to other settlements, because if you don't have enough charisma, then you can't do that. So that might be difficult at this point.
Yeah.
So
Would it be kind of unrelated? Could we do like a challenge that we pick a settlement that wasn't drawn, and we see who can get the highest on that also?
How about you attack that settlement?
Say Covenant or something that doesn't get selected, we all try and see what we can get the happiness up to.
I think that's something that could be discussed during the season. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember we had a little bit of fun when we challenged each other to do specific things in the game.
Oh yeah, we did do that a couple times.
Oh right, that was way back. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was sort of on the Facebook page thing that we did.
Yeah.
Like, Colin, I challenge you to defeat a Deathclaw with just some knuckles.
Well,
Yeah,
the
the middle one. Right to you, one.
I don't want to be, I love the Fallout OTR podcast. I don't want to rip them off too hard. They actually do a listener
they do that?
challenge. They do a listener challenge
Oh.
where they ask their people to do. It was actually kill a Deathclaw with a BB gun from Fallout 3, and they had their listeners sending in all these pictures and stuff like that. So they do that, and I like this is great. We can do a challenge like that, but I just want to acknowledge beforehand that someone else is already doing that, because for the first 4 fucking seasons of the Skyrim Roundtable, I was saying someone else's goodbye for the Thuumcast said happy Skyrimming, and I said that for 4 seasons without realizing that, oh shit, I just ripped off someone else. So as long as we acknowledge it, that's fine. That's cool. We can do little challenges. That sounds fun. All right, so what else we got? Settlement, love interest, easy peasy. Pull a name out of a hat. Everyone is okay with being assigned a lover, or no, Colin?
No,
What's up?
I don't want to be. No, I don't, well, I'll never get in a relationship. My wife just died, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go get in a relationship with anybody.
Oh, that was like
With
60
luck, you
years
end up with
ago.
Dance.
Yeah, so. Well, you can assign it. I just won't do it.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to. Again, I will remind everyone this is just for fun. So don't stress out about anything.
It's for fun, goddammit.
You will have fun.
And so we don't necessarily have to sign Colin, but I'll take a love interest. I don't care. I'm a hussy. But we've got faction is the last thing we need to discuss, and this also works into the discussion of the schedule as well, because whichever faction you choose determines how many quests there will be. Because once you get into the Act 1 and 2 have 11 quests, so that's easy peasy, just burn right through it, 11 quests. But then once you get past that, sorry, I'm flipping pages here, looking at my notes. The Minutemen have 9 quests in Act 3. The Brotherhood has 16, so not quite, but almost twice as many quests for the Brotherhood. Then the Railroad has 7, which is the fewest, and the Institute also has 9, like the Minutemen. So that greatly affects how many quests you will have to do if you get selected one of those factions. You know what I mean? Like if you get assigned the Brotherhood, you have to be okay with, and everyone else getting assigned, 2 or 3 quests for the main quest, but you get assigned 4 or 5. You have to be okay to do that. So if anyone has a problem with that, we can reassign them off of the Brotherhood, or if people just want to say, yeah, whatever, I don't care, I can play 6 Brotherhood quests in a couple weeks, that's fine. So what do you guys think?
Well, the only group that's independent of all the other 3 factions would be the Minutemen, though, right?
As far as I know, I have to remind everyone, I have still not finished the main quest, so I have no idea what's happening still. So I have to keep that in mind.
Because
if you're going to do the main quest, you can't really assign the Minutemen, because they won't get you to the end of the quest.
See, I found that, Colin. I'm trying to side with them, but it's being very difficult to proceed. I don't know what's happening. It seems like it's making me choose someone else.
But I mean, you still have to find the Railroad in order to go to the Institute, right?
No, you can use the Minutemen to get to the Institute first time.
Yeah, but you still have
to get
you
the
still have
cursor
read
chip
the
thing.
cursor chip.
Yeah.
I have to read your chip. Does anyone else do that?
Wait a minute. Say that again. To do what?
The courser chip. Do you remember that
Yeah.
part with the little bit of brain material?
They have to interpret that for you.
You have to go to.
Tinker
God.
Tom.
Yeah. Tinker Tom.
No, I didn't. I went to the railroad. I went to Sturgis.
Or to the Minutemen. Sturgis did it too.
Well, yeah,
Sturgis does it.
Sturgis analyzes the courser chip. I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't use the railroad at all when I went through the main quest.
Okay.
In fact, I went back and they told me to go screw, and I killed them all.
Attaboy.
Okay, because
Pam, most of all. Fuck her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's rude. But I was sent to the railroad.
Well, it says optional, right? Optional Minutemen, optional railroad.
Oh.
No, it said optional for building
For building, correct.
Yeah.
not for reading the chip to find out where the cursor was.
Well, all I can say is I didn't use the railroad at all. I brought the cursor. No, I brought it right back to Sturgis, and he read it. And then I went to. Yeah, I didn't use the railroad. So you can use either one. Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to assign different factions, guys? Are we cool with that?
Unless you know my memory, but I'm pretty sure I took the cursor chip to Sturgis.
Do we want to just let our characters join whichever faction they're going to join? Do we want this to be an assignment?
Well, how do you? Another noob question. Do you say, okay, for the next episode, let's play the first 3 quests?
Yes, we will. I have all the quests written down here, and we will determine how many quests per episode we want to do, and it'll be about the same each episode. It's usually about 2 or 3 quests on the main quest line, and then we will also assign maybe like a side quest of some sort, or maybe a bobblehead, treasure hunt type thing, or we give other little side quests to fill out the season a little bit. We don't just do only the main quest.
Sure.
Yeah, it seems like.
But generally, it's about 4 or 5 quests per episode. Usually 2 or 3 for the main, and then 2 side quests or something like that.
Yeah. I think it seems like for this game, it would almost make sense for us to play the same of the top 2 factions, either the Institute or the Brotherhood of Steel, and then discuss how we got through it with the stats that we were given, just to make it more even, I think.
Sort of like playing Stormcloaks or Imperials, right? I mean, in the Civil War and Skyrim. That makes sense. So it's just assign everybody either Institute or Brotherhood of Steel, and then let everything else sort of fall where it may.
Yeah.
Colin, thoughts?
Yeah, I don't mind you assigning factions, and if you want to just do Institute and thingy, I don't mind. But yeah, I'll go with anything on the assignment of factions or quests.
Okay.
What if we didn't? Again, just spitballing. Sorry, probably should have done this on the Facebook group.
Oh, that's fine.
No, this is why we're doing this.
What if we assign the faction later in the game? So we had to play through trying to keep everyone happy, or possibly pissing off a faction now we have to get in with?
Well, that is also something that I was thinking. This is probably the dumbest idea ever. But
Thank you.
But I was thinking that maybe we would all play the same faction on our first playthrough, but do a hard save after the quest institutionalized, because that is the point where it starts to fray, and then you have to choose a faction. So we would all play the same faction all the way through, like we'd all just do, say, the Brotherhood at first, all together. And then, after first season, we would stop, go back to that hard save right after Act 2, then play the different faction, play the next faction. And then after that, go back to that hard save again, play the third faction. Then after that save, go back again to that hard save. and play the fourth faction. That is an idea. I don't know how feasible that is or how easy it would be to keep track of that. This is the save after Act 2, do not touch this save type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that might get kind of old with the same character going through this,
Same character,
so.
but it'd be different factions each time.
Yeah. Well,
but it's only like the last third of the game.
I think
it's
we
not the
came
whole
up with. I think we came up and we kind of decided that the fourth option, which is the Minutemen, they
don't do anything,
care one way or the other.
Yeah. Okay, so it's really just the three that we need to worry about. Okay, well, I'm fine with doing just the Institute or Brotherhood because my first initial playthrough that I'm hoping to finish up before we launch into this roundtable is I'm doing. I was trying to do it through Minutemen, but I'm getting really caught up, and they're like forcing me to do it through the Railroad. It seems almost, but so I guess I'm doing it through the Railroad. So I'm fine with doing the Brotherhood or Institute, so we can do that. Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah, that works.
We'll sign off on that. Okay, so we'll assign either Institute or Brotherhood. Okay, and that's my 7 categories. Is everyone okay with what we discussed?
No.
All right, well, we will go ahead and start assigning stuff then, I guess, right? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Shit, I need a pair of scissors.
Uh-oh.
Here you go. I got some right here.
All right, I'll toss them over here.
Should we take a commercial break?
Yeah, we'll take a break for a second. And you guys can discuss Fallout in general or something. I'll be back in just a second.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm going to take a quick break myself. So.
All right, we'll be back in just a second.
See you next
After a
week.
word from our sponsors.
Exactly.
Oh, that was intense. Everyone still there? Alrighty.
How's the weather out by you, Victor?
I don't know if he heard you or not.
Yeah.
I don't know what is up in Wisconsin, but we busted 50 degrees today. It was like a fucking spring day in Indiana. It was crazy.
That's coming our way.
Yeah,
we got-
it was
we got-
luscious today, Victor. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Up into the 40s.
Hey, that's good for Wisconsin this time of year. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shorts weather.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how when it's turning summer to fall, you're like, oh, it's 70. I better put a sweatshirt on. But when it's turning from when it's turning winter to spring, it's like, oh, it's 35. It's better put some shorts on.
Yep.
It's
Don't
crazy.
need a jacket today.
All right, so male and female.
Well, let me go back to my character creation here.
Yeah, make sure we have that screen open so in case something else comes up, I'm like, oh shit, we didn't take that into account.
No, I'm just going back to my save where I'm gonna make a new character here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My ESO is working again. They done another update and it fixed
Oh,
it.
awesome! That's excellent.
Nice.
So was it? And it was definitely your graphics card.
Yeah, they put an update and it started working. I'm back up to ultra settings. I can see the wings flap on a hummingbird again. So.
Is everyone back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Juan?
I'm here.
Okay. Welcome back to the show. Continue on, Colin.
Yeah, I've my stupid phone's not working. I was trying to write all this down in notes, but it's asking me to create a new folder or something. So fuck it in there.
Stupid phone.
Yeah, I just say my ESO is back to working again, so I'm happy.
That's great.
Yeah, I just realized the flaw in my plan here to start a character at the vault exit, because I'm not going to be able to. Oh, yes, I am. Never mind. No, I'm going to be able to use the special book, so it's not a problem. Oh, I can do that.
You're very in tune with this special book, Victor.
No, I just like that fact that you get an extra perk there. That's,
Did you do the? Wasn't there an exploit before the first big patch?
No, is there? I don't know.
I've heard that there was a way that you could dupe that book and then like use it over and over and over again to make your character as powerful as you wanted to be immediately right off the bat. Is that true, or did I make that up?
No, it's true. You ask the dog to pick it up, and while he's going to pick it up, you pick it up at the same time.
You grab it before, you can duplicate the book.
Yeah, he has one in his inventory, and then you have one.
But that's been patched, right? With that first big patch?
I have no idea.
Even if I had known about that, I wouldn't have used it. So.
And also, right off the bat, you could have Dogmeat grab the cryo gun thing for you. Yeah, he would bust through the lock for you and grab it if you told him to.
I didn't use that either. But I haven't even been to Sanctuary in this playthrough, so I didn't get my extra perk from the book.
Oh, did you hang a writer or something?
You avoided Sanctuary, nice.
Yeah.
I went straight in and messed around, and I went into Concord and saved all the guys, and they said, we're heading off to Sanctuary, and I went, hey, good luck, see you later. Well, probably not, I'll probably never see you again.
Yeah.
You will be dead before I see you again.
I tried that, but my natural guilt got the better of me, and I finally went out there.
Yeah, so I'm like missing loads of XP from because it says return to Preston Garvey at Sanctuary, and that's what finishes off that quest. So I'm missing loads of XP from that.
Return to sender.
I'm currently at.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm level 26, I think, on my C. Smith character.
What sort of character?
C. Smith.
C. Smith.
Should I know what that means?
Yeah, it's somebody whose initial is C and their surname is Smith.
I thought it was like a position on a sea vessel.
No, it's an evil organization similar to the Illuminati, but it's not as widely known.
They're way cooler than the Illuminati. Fuck the Illuminati.
That's right. They're chumps.
Illuminati wish they were C. Smiths. All right, I'm just chopping up locations in the background here, guys.
Yeah,
and again, you'll have to point out to me if something is quest blocked in these locations.
I've got a super sledge finally.
Oh, I haven't found one of those. Where do you get that? Jack always talks about his damn super sledge. How awesome it is. I haven't fucking found one.
Yeah, I just found it on a random enemy. It's
no, don't. That's my least favorite answer when people. I'm like, where can you find that? And they're like, random drop, dude.
Yeah, it's not one of the legendary ones. It's just a normal one that I found. Your best bet to find one would be on a super mutant. So just kill lots of super mutants.
At
Is
what
that-
point is your normal stuff better than legendary stuff? Can you smith stuff better? I guess, for better lack of a word.
You can always smith up a legendary higher than the normals, because there's
Can you make a
usually
legendary from scratch? That's the. I guess isn't that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the legendary will always you can. There, like in Skyrim, there was a threshold. Like you would find these great weapons, but eventually you're like, well, shit, I can smith something better than that.
yeah, I
So
think,
is there that does that threshold exist in this game, or are those legendary items always going to be better?
They're always
Well,
going
the
to be better because they have the extra. I mean, apart from me, because all these what's it the VATS enhanced? It's fucking useless to me. The VATS enhanced guns and the VATS enhanced
yeah.
armor. That's all useless to me. But the only way your
Is that just
own
because you
person-
don't use VATS?
Yeah. But the only way your weapon that you make will be better than a weapon you find is that your perks don't match up with it. So if you find an automatic assault rifle, a legendary one, and then you've got a normal rifle that just shoots one bullet at a time, then
Oh, I
obviously
hate those.
that rifle is going to be more powerful because your perks have added to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a
Okay.
good perk for single shot weapons too. So if you,
Plus, a lot of the weapons you can convert them to one or the other.
Yeah.
I think the only one that you can't change to automatic is the one that you get from Tinker Tom, the 10mm.
Yeah, that gun.
The Deliverer.
yeah.
The Deliverer. I think that's the only one that you can't make automatic.
I hate making things automatic because you sacrifice your damage.
Mm-hmm.
Deliver. Didn't you get that from a quest that you done with the other guy?
Yeah, I got Deliverer somewhere else, not Tinker Tom. Because I just got it recently.
Tinker Tom gives you a different gun, right?
You get Deacon?
Deacon,
get it,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you get it.
Well,
okay.
Deacon pulls it off a dead guy and gives it to
Dr.
you.
Crazy.
You get it from Deacon, and Tinker Tom has Deliverer
mods for it.
specific mods, but you.
Oh, okay.
But I modded mine all the way up to max, and then I bought his mods thinking that it would be stronger, and no, it's basically the exact same thing.
Yeah, he just robbed your ass. You should-
Luckily, I only bought one mod off of him. After that, I was like, "Forget you! I already did that."
I had something weird happen today. Is it universal that every legendary enemy drops a legendary item? Because I had one that didn't today. I had a legendary.
Your follower has it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I didn't think to look there. I mean, he probably did. It's McCready, or McReady, as I like to call him.
Yeah, sometimes your follower will beat you there.
Ah, okay.
Checking
Yeah,
his
so-
inventory. Checking his inventory. I'm interested to see if it's actually there.
I will. Yeah, definitely.
Also, if you don't do enough damage, if it's a legendary and you don't kill it, somebody else kills it. Sometimes it doesn't show up.
Oh, maybe that's what happened too. Yeah, it was a big firefight.
Oh,
I
really?
Sometimes
Okay.
you can kill them fast enough that they don't mutate as well.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, was it what's her name? Kate one shots legendary mole rats and stuff like that with the two-handed hammer I gave her.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Nice. I didn't know she was a
sorry.
good melee character.
Yeah. Oh, and she loves shotguns.
Yes, well, that's like her standard weapon. If you don't give her anything, she has a shotgun, right?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah.
fitting somehow.
Yes.
when
sure.
I was
Does she always yell at you guys to quit looking at her ass too?
Yes.
yes.
I just thought that was awesome.
It's very funny because my daughter, who has the same name and spells it the same way, has a very similar personality. She's a very, very strong person.
Oh god, that was about to be inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's Oh, sorry. Go on. Jeremy, you gonna say something?
Oh no, I was laughing at what Andrew said. His check swing.
Go ahead, Colin. Move
Yeah,
on.
no, I was just going to say is that the relationship between my character and Kate is there's nothing completely sexual about it at all. There's no interest whatsoever there, and he just sees her as being very, very crude, and just going, "I don't know what you're talking about," and it's sort of like, they laugh it off, sort of thing.
Yeah. That's great. So yeah, do you guys want to get into just start drawing?
Yeah.
All right, Juan, you got your dice, buddy?
Yes.
Attaboy. I'm still chopping a little bit here, but we can go ahead and who wants to go first? Do you want me to draw my stuff first here?
Sure.
Here, I will turn on my camera so we can see the draw as well. I can show people so everything is on the up and up.
Nothing up your sleeve?
Do we
Nothing
keep
up-
rolling
Nothing up my sleeve.
until we reach 21?
21, yes, that'll be the number. I kept thinking it was 28, but I forgot that they assigned you
1 all the way down.
one. They automatically
Oh, yeah.
make you take at least one. That's dumb. I don't like that for
I
some
haven't
reason.
seen you in a while, Andrew. You have the winter beard back.
Oh, yes. My wife likes to have 2 husbands, as she puts it. She gets a seasonal husband. Oh, shit, which was this one? Followers. Okay.
Yeah, mine is not a fan of the beard.
What's that?
My wife is not a fan of my beard either, but I have to shave it before Wednesday.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You got court again?
Yes. Time to re-up my sex offender picture.
Uh,
Now I'm getting a promotion and I have to go in front of all the managers. So
oh, nice. Congratulations.
thank you. Don't want to look like a complete slob.
Good job. Well, I just automatically always look like a slob, so no one ever expects anything. That's great. Okay. So, wait. I was going first, right? All right. We will draw me. Here's the bag. I got.
Female.
Can you guys believe that?
Let us have a look at the other one.
I'm on a reroll.
Female.
Can you see it? I don't know. Is it in there?
Yeah.
All right. I can't believe. Will someone write this down?
Let's see, Andrew.
Can I just see us mowing through all of these and be like, okay, who wrote that down? Oh shit, we gotta redraw everything. No, actually, because we have it recorded, we could just listen back. But cutting out the factions here. So I'm a female, which is appropriate, at least for the Skyrim world, and so far is true with Fallout, in that I have never played a male character.
Apart from your New Vegas.
Oh yes, I did in New Vegas. Is it possible to be a female in New Vegas?
It is, yeah.
It is? Yeah. So I was a male in New Vegas. You are correct, Colin. Gosh, good memory. I only played like 30... I don't know. 300... I don't know, a few hours of that? Maybe 10 hours?
What was his name? Dudley? Something like that.
I don't even remember his name, but I wish his name was Dudley. It's probably not something that cool.
Dudley Do Right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And sorry, that was the last thing. I will stop being distracted now. That was the factions. Okay. And Juan will take care of the special stats and the perks. Let me write faction on this bag so I know what's going on there. Okay. So gender, Andrew is a female, and special stats are next. So, Juan, will you tell us what color you are assigning to each letter?
Well, if we're gonna do one at a time, it doesn't matter, I think.
Okay,
Right.
that's fine.
Just starting off
Or
with
you
that,
you could do all 7 at once.
Well, I think we run into the fact that there's a total of 70 possible.
Start picking and choosing. Okay, yeah, we'll do them one at a time here.
Yeah.
So, you just want to go through the alphabet? through, or do you want to draw a random letter first and then assign the number to it? To make it actually more random, you would want to first assign the letter and then assign a number.
Yeah, that actually sounds right. What'd you get for faction?
Make it more random.
What did you get for faction?
Faction? I haven't drawn that yet.
Oh, okay. So we're doing.
We're on number 2. Yeah. Special stats will be second. Then we'll go right into perks right after that. Then we'll do follower, then settlement, then love interest, then faction at the end.
Sounds good.
I need a drink. All right, so let's get into the special.
SPECIAL.
So I don't know. How do you choose the color? We're
doing them one at a time.
Yeah, but we have to randomly draw the letters. Oh, I have them here. Let me cut them real quick. Hang on. I'm so bad about this. Have you guys noticed that people are dicks when you get out of your power armor? And they fucking steal your fucking power armor in the middle of a battle, assholes. Have you run into that yet? Have you ever had any reason? I don't know why. I was just like, I'm gonna hop out of my power armor right now. Have you ever done that? The motherfucker got into it.
Well, you gotta take the fusion. You can take the fusion core out as when you get out of your power armor. Take the fusion core, and then you can't do that.
But okay, here's what the situation was. I was doing that one quest where it's called, I think, the Battle of Bunker Hill, where people are fighting. I think 3 different factions are all there fighting, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And, it seemed like everybody was fighting.
Yeah, I don't know if the Minutemen were there, but I think everyone else was. But I heard earlier that you can use your VATS to take aim at someone's, power core thing, whatever it's called. What's it called? A fuel core? Fusion core. You can aim their fusion core and VATS and shoot out the fusion core, and that will make them get out of their power armor, and you can steal their power armor. That's how people were getting 50 sets of power armor built up around their property or whatever. So I was like, oh sweet, I want to see if I can do that. And so there was a Brotherhood guy standing over there, so I shot out the fusion core. I succeeded. I actually did it, and I was like, awesome. Ooh. So now I have this empty set there. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to hop out of since I hadn't picked a side yet, no one was shooting at me. I was just kind of like Mr. just a observer guy off on the side. No one cared that I was there. So I was going to take that power armor back to the Red Rocket and then get back into my fast travel back get into my power armor and then just carry on with the mission. But as soon as I got out of my awesome whatever is it, X level, whatever the cool level is, I had the Exo 1 level. I got from the Big Dig, if anyone wants to know where that is. I got it from the Big Dig, I think. But there's as soon as I got out of it, that the Courser guy who's with you for the Bunker Hill quest,
mm-hmm.
He got into the thing and took off in it, and I can't get him out of it. And now that I've ended the quest, he has my fucking X power armor. There's nothing I can do about it. He just has it now.
Is this X86 you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh well, he becomes a companion option later, so you can probably get back to him.
If you side with the Institute, though, right? Or can it be anyway?
No, I'm sure it's just.
Because I will not side with the Institute with this character at least.
I think if you go into Sneak, you can actually pickpocket the fusion core.
Oh, nice, good call. I didn't even think of that. That's smart. That's smart. Good. Okay, so I have the specials here, so I will randomly draw. Okay, this is taking way too long. We will start going way fast now. Okay. First is. Let me turn my camera back on. I will just tell you it is S.
Okay. And I got 3.
Strength of 3. Nice. That means I can do some armory stuff already.
Can I just ask a quick question here? Are you gonna be? Can you see a minor train wreck coming here? If you start at S and work your way through
We're gonna go until we max out. All the rest of them will stay at 1. That's why he's doing it random. That's why he's drawing them randomly.
You are drawing. I'm sorry, because you started
Yeah.
with S. I thought you were going.
No, I just happened to draw S. No, I just happened to draw S.
Anyway.
The next one is C.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do see your point because everyone's luck would be 1. Victor.
Okay. 10.
Nice.
10. I have 10 charisma in this character. Nice. So what is that? Someone keep track of the numbers too. I'm not doing that. Next is P.
Okay. 4.
Stop us when we get to 21. Someone.
I'll stop you when we get to 28. Well, yeah, okay.
What 28? We're always.
No, because they're all 1 already. So.
Yeah. So
Right.
just 21. Next is E.
Okay.
What are we at now? Who's counting
Oh,
numbers?
whoa, sorry. 10,
17.
10 gives you 11,
Right.
so you
That's
can't
why-
do
that's
that.
why. So
Yeah,
we're maxing.
yeah.
So 9 has to be the max you can
Yeah.
assign there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like we got 1 for intelligence.
Oh,
I
That's
thought that
not
was
good.
E.
E. Yeah, endurance.
Oh, okay. 1 for endurance.
Are you
So-
writing this down, someone?
That gives you 2, right?
No,
Someone
sorry.
doing the math and writing this down.
I got way behind there. I was starting to write it down, and I had too many thoughts.
So we got 17 so far.
Well,
17
stop for a
so far.
second. No, stop for a second.
Okay, we're done.
Right. So, are you saying that these are the ones that you're going to be putting in, or is this going to be total? So you can say that you'll have 3 strength
10
total.
Okay.
And
Yes,
you can have
total. This will be total. That is a good question. This will be your total. So we do need to get to 28 then.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I
Okay.
was trying to say.
Yes. Okay. Good call.
So your charisma will be 10 total.
Yes. Okay.
So far,
And we'll
your
count to
strength
28.
is your strength is 3 total. Your perception is 4 total. Your endurance is 1 total, and your charisma is 10 total. So that is 18.
It works out the
so
same
far.
either way. Yeah. Okay. I understand.
That is 18 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then next we have L.
L. Okay. You got 4 for luck.
And that is 22. A is next.
A. Okay. Another 10. So what's left?
6. We had 22.
From 20. Yeah. So that'd be 6 onto agility. And then I have I left, intelligence of 1.
You're pretty dumb.
Okay.
Alex, I think you can get the idiot savant perk though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to motor through this fast again here. So this will be the perks. Did we want to do? How many did we decide?
I thought it was 7.
All 7. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go here.
1 each comma.
C is first there. Shoot.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, grab it another dice.
And it can't be more than 2 above. What was the sign?
You got 10 charisma
Oh.
anyway.
Okay.
So you got 9. Perk number 9 in charisma.
Okay. So is someone writing this down again? Colin, are you on that?
Kind of. I think it might. It should make sense.
Perk C9. Perk C9. Next would be I.
Basically, you're stuck between 1 and 3. 2.
Okay, that's cool. I2 is my next perk. L is the next one.
5.
I5. Does that work, Colin? Intelligence.
Was it I or
no.
L? It was L5.
Oh, was it L? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
L5.
Luck of 4, and you've gone for perk 5.
Okay, that'll work. P is next.
1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And is that E? Yes, E is next.
3.
And Does that work,
Yes,
Colin?
what?
3.
Wait a second.
It's
Endurance.
3.
Endurance of 3. Does that work?
It's +2, so it does
Yeah,
work.
so it has to. Yeah, it has to work. A.
2.
Okay, that has to work. And S.
8. No, wait,
that
you
doesn't
already
work.
did S.
Oh, did I?
You should have
No, you
P
didn't.
left.
No.
Colin said I didn't, and he's writing it down. I'll trust him.
Okay, so
S8,
Oh.
and I had a strength of 10 anyway, didn't I?
No, yeah, the strength of 3.
Oh, 3, so that does not work. So I'll just make that 5 then, right? Is that how we'll do that?
yeah, that works. Just the highest level you can.
That you can. So
Yeah.
we'll make that 5. Cool?
Yeah, so you've got a strength of 3. You have to choose perk 5. Perception perk 1. Endurance perk 3. Charisma perk 9. Intelligence perk 2. And agility perk 2. And luck perk 5. But I think we're 1 over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I think agility needs to go down to 5.
Yeah,
Cool.
or you can put your charisma down. Which one do you want to take away from? Do you want a charisma of 9 or an agility of 5?
Yeah, let's take away a charisma. Do charisma of 9.
Okay.
I don't need to pacify mutants quite yet. Okay, next follower. And what do we want to do with these followers, guys? I don't necessarily want to have a follower with me the whole game. Who is this?
Maybe just max them out. Curie.
Curie. Curie will be my follower. Colin, are you writing this down still?
I can't write and talk at the same time. Give me a second.
Okay, you're fine.
I
just need to know that someone is writing. I can always listen back and write all this down myself. But
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track on that chart that Juan posted.
oh, okay, good.
I made a copy for each of us, and I did it as yours was rolling, so I'm a little behind on yours, but
Nice.
I'll
So next we'll do a settlement, and it looks like I have Nordhagen Beach.
Oh, cool.
Anybody know anything about Nordhagen Beach? And how am I mispronouncing that, Victor?
No, that's. I mean, yeah, that's.
It's not.
There's no Nord there.
It's not Nordigan or something like that.
It might be, but I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't put it past those Bostonians, those crazy guys. Love interest, my lover. Mr. Lover. Oh, Mr. Lover. Go, girl.
I can tell you it's.
Oh,
it's
no.
Not Nahan. Uh-oh.
Hyper.
Strong.
Oh, no.
Paladin
read that.
dance. Sorry. Paladin dance. Not a fan. I'll grow to love him, I hope. Okay. And my faction, are we going Institute? Or brother, that'd be fucked up if my lover was Paladin dance. And I get out with the Institute. Let's see, what's it gonna be? Can't grab one. Oh no, it is the Institute. How's that gonna work, guys? Will that work?
You'll
I
figure it
think
out.
you can I think you can max them out before you
I can't believe I just did that. It's hilarious. All right, cool. Who's next? I can max them out before I have to do that. Choose the Institute.
Have we got them all? So I've got Andrew, female, and then S, sort of like, you've got strength of 3, got to choose perk 5. I've got all of those down, and the perks: follower Curie,
Okay, cool.
settlement Nordhagen Beach, love interest Paladin dance, faction. Institute. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it. All right, so now we can kind of burn through these. Can we trust you to keep up writing stuff down, Colin?
Yeah, it depends on whether I fall asleep or not.
Okay.
Yeah,
let
it
us.
must be. Oh, my God.
I hope you're a snore. All right, so Colin, to keep your interest up, we will go ahead and draw yours then.
Okay.
You are a male.
Suck it, women.
And you ready with your dice there, Juan? We're going to go through the specials really quick. The first is L.
Wait a second.
4.
Just wait a second.
I'll
Yep.
get you on this down.
This is exciting podcasting. Who's got a good Fallout story?
Right, what was the first one?
L4.
You sunk my battleship.
Why don't you just okay. Well, it wouldn't be as random, so never mind. We'll do C next. 1.
3.
C3. PO. Next will be S.
7.
Ooh.
After that will be A.
8.
I really can't see that. Glare.
That was
I.
eight.
Yes,
So
he said
eight, you
8.
said.
A8.
And I.
Another 7. Is that possible?
What are we up to math-wise there?
14, 17, 21, 29. So it would have to be. Wow. Let's drop it down to 3, I think. And
So that means his next two have to be 1s.
well, yeah. So the other 2 are 1.
P and E are both 1s.
Yeah.
So I goes down to 3, did you say, or 4? It should be
3.
5, really, shouldn't it?
4, 8, 12. Let's see. 10, 18. 7, 8, 9.
Welcome to the Juan Does Math
27.
podcast.
27. I'm at 27, so 4. It goes down to 4.
And then an endurance of 1 and a perception of 1.
Correct.
Exactly.
So I
That
have
sucks,
7, 1,
Warren.
1, 3, 4, 8, 4.
Okay, and we'll rip right through them again to get your perks. We'll do an E first.
Alright. 1.
E1. C.
6.
C6.
Nope. Down to 5.
Okay, so 5. C5. Then P.
Give me 1 second, you're moving too fast.
P.
Sorry.
I have 8. Nope. That goes down to 3.
P.
E3.
C5. P3.
Yep.
A.
2.
That should work regardless. S is your next one.
4.
And then L.
8. So 6.
Then I.
6. Yes, that works.
Great.
I think he's 3 and I, isn't he?
Now 4.
4.
My bad.
Okay. That was the perks. So follower, real quick. Colin, before I assign you, do you have any followers that you just hate?
Preston Garvey. But
We
that's
choose him.
Oh, I think you might like this one. Do you like Robert McCready?
no. Found him to
No,
be a
you
bit of
don't?
a dick.
Well,
McCready. I went in there and I talked to
I hope you can put your differences aside because welcome to the party, Robert McCready.
I went in there to talk to him and then left him there.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was kind of a jerk at first.
He's my follower in one of my playthroughs here. So.
Yeah. I can't believe you already have multiple playthroughs going.
Yeah,
Actually,
man,
I can believe it, but I'm not at that point yet. Followers? No. Lover? No.
Settlement.
Sex? No. Where's my settlement bag? I drop it on the floor? Yes, I did. Woo. God, that was almost a disaster. Settlement. Somewhere way south, please. Taffington Boathouse. Aren't there a bunch of insects there that I keep chasing away, I think? Or maybe that's where those Yao Gai bears were. however that's pronounced. Okay, Taffington Boathouse. Love interest. Colin, you weren't doing that anyway. Never mind. Kate, if you wanted it.
It's a good one, I think.
And your faction will be the Brotherhood of Steel, sir. Oh, excuse me. Sneezing. Whew. Yep, that's it. Okay. Who's next? Victor, you wanna do your role next here?
Sure. I got my chart right up here in the game. I'm going to enter them in as we go. Which actually I should have been doing for everybody else because it would have been the math would have been a lot easier. I got the registration form right here in front of me.
Asshole.
Yeah. Sorry.
Tap my fingers to the bone. This asshole had the fucking stats page open the whole time.
Well, I thought about it while you were dashing away there, and I could do it for Andrew is frozen over there.
No, he just slowed right down. Somebody needs to put a spark plug in his butt, get him going again.
Did he freeze up?
Yeah, he's frozen. There he goes.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you take over.
He's gone. Oh, there he goes. Now he's back. Nope.
He's there and gone.
Oh no.
All right. What is it? Peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots.
Tibber. What's peas and carrots?
It's what people say in the background when they're and they're just basically background people. You say peas and carrots because it looks like you're just having a random conversation.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Andrew, are you back?
We can't hear you, dude.
We can't hear you, Andrew.
Nope.
Nope.
Still no. No, Andrew.
Nothing.
And he's gone. And
Oh,
try again.
and he's gone.
I don't know what happened. That's odd. Colin broke it.
Nope. Nothing, dude.
Oh, we're not there. You can do it with hand signals.
Hey, Colin.
Mhm.
For Andrew's, what did you get for his E for his specials? Because I have S5 P1 E is blank C3 I2 A2 L5. Does that sound
That's
right?
all wrong. No, they're all wrong.
Okay, then I had it incorrect. To begin with, I had to add the E, so because for his
You had 110 value there, didn't
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no,
had
the-
a
we
strength
dropped
of 3.
9.
Are you talking about his perks, or are you talking about his the?
Yeah, the perks, not the
you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Then
Yeah,
perks was P5. Sorry, strength of 5. Strength perk 5. Perception perk 1. Endurance perk 3. Charisma perk 9. Intelligence perk 2. Agility perk 2. And luck perk 5.
Okay.
Can
Those
you
are
run
the-
through his special?
Sure.
Andrew, just while we're waiting on him, so I can put it in the spreadsheet here.
Yeah, no worse. His strength was 3.
All right.
Perception of 4.
All right.
Endurance of 1.
Okay.
Charisma 9.
Okay.
Intelligence 1.
All right.
Agility 6.
All right.
And luck of 4.
Okay. Thank you.
His follower was Curie. Does he have a space for followers in it?
I added one.
Ah, okay. So yeah, his follower is Curie.
Yeah, I've got Curie, Nordhagen Beach, Dance, Institute, and Female.
Yep.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Where did he go?
He's probably... Anybody got Facebook opened? He's probably trying to open up another window.
He might be. Let's see. I can't. For some reason, my interface, the Hangout is working, but this old computer, I can't actually tab out of anything.
Yeah, it
So,
looks
there
like
he
he
is.
just opened up a new one. So let's log out of this and go to the other one, correct?
Wait, is that the one he posted just now?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
he posted one just now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This might be. Okay, I'm gonna try, but I have a feeling I might be late to the game. So I'll see ya.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll choose Juan's and then Jeremy's, and then hopefully if you are late, then we'll choose yours at the end when you get back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this on my PC because my Mac is having brain death.
Okay.
Well,
One of the listeners, or the viewers, wants a random draw as well, so we can do him as well. Okay.
Yeah, Michael, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
All right.